Cool. Let's see. Boom. There we go. Looks like there's sound now, but I lost my lights. Had to reset it. Sorry about that. Cool. Awesome. Can you guys hear me now? Give me a thumbs up. Let's see. I know there's kind of a delay, so I'll give it a second. But let's see. Let's see. I think you guys should be able to. Cool. Perfect. Awesome. Cool. So welcome, guys. Welcome. Get some house. I was saying sorry. I had to go run an errand really quick with my wife, so I'm back now. Gonna try to make this a short show, maybe like 15 minutes or so, because I mean we're already kind of starting a little late. So sorry about that. Yeah, so we'll just kind of get right down into it. So let's see. Boom. If you don't know where to find us, you can go over to 2aallday.com. Free forum over there. Also, Discord is where we are most active. And then also, if you want to know about any of the like tools that we use or parts that we recommend, I'm actually going to go over one of the parts today because I did have a question about that. There is a shop over there that you can find the links to all of the stuff that we use. So enough with that. I guess one of the questions that I was asked, Mr. Bernie, how's it happening? Literally, how's it happening? And then how's it happening? And then we got Curtis, Sprink, what's up, guys? Brian, how you guys doing? Michelle, Pat, what's up, guys? So the question that I came across today before I went live was, hey, what's a good hot end for the Ender series? And so I want to go over, I think it's on here. Let's see if it'll come up. Boom, right here. So this was the hot end that I rocked. I loved it. I rocked it on my Prusa. I didn't have it. This wasn't out yet for the any of the Creality stuff when I had my Ender, but it is out for the Enders now. And I think it'll even tell you, like they have specific ones for like Crealities or Vorons or whatever you're using, but these essentially are a little bit different. And why I like these is, so you can see here on the screen that it replaces like the square block, like the heater core and all of that stuff, and it's now like this circular like ceramic heater core, and the thermistor is kind of all built in one piece, so it's pretty sweet. And then the nozzle, if you guys haven't heard about it, but it's a quick change, cold change nozzle. So you don't need to use any more wrenches or sockets or extensions or anything like that. It literally just screws on with your hand, and then you unscrew to change it out. And then also it's supposed to be, if So if you're switching nozzles, if you need to switch nozzles, if you need to switch sizes or anything like that, like mid print or even after print, you're supposed to be able to unscrew this out, pop a new one in, and then you don't have to recalibrate your Z offset. So that was awesome too. Not having to always like recalibrate and recalibrate. And then if you happen to get a clog, it was a quick, simple unscrew and then screw it right back in. They are coming out with hardened nozzles. So right now they only have the brass nozzles for this. But they are coming out with hardened nozzles, I think within the next month is when I saw the release. So they come in a bunch of different sizes. Anyways, check it out. I think I had this, I had the one on the left. So I had the Revo 6. But they do, so here's one for the Creality. Here we go, the Revo CR. So it's a drop-in upgrade for some of the most popular Creality 3D printers, including the CR10 and the Ender 3 series. So if you are rocking any of the Enders or anything like that, check this out because this hot end is fantastic. I definitely love it. So for you guys that are printing, have you guys upgraded your hot ends at all yet? And if you have, let me fix this. If you have, to what did you upgrade to? Just curious about that. So there was that. And so I guess moving on, speaking of 3D printing stuff, I did come across another cool thing. It may not be a actual like gunpowder gun, but it is still pretty sweet. I might have to print one of these and give it a shot. So check this out.
Welcome to the Slingshot channel. A while ago I presented to you a wooden homemade little crossbow pistol that actually is just the size of a regular Colt Government 1911 model. And it worked great. And now someone designed it in 3D. It's a fellow German called Daniel, or Daniel as we would say here. And he actually made this one. Yeah, well, don't be fooled by the color, because it is really fully functional. It has a lot of rubber on it here. I mean, you can of course put as many rubber bands on it as you want to, but this is seriously powerful in this small package. And just like my wooden version, it has room for 5 arrows. Now it is really fully functional and I love it. Cocking it is super easy. You simply pull on this little loop here, which makes it really comfortable. Okay. And then you push this back to the front, and then you shoot. Bang! And it has serious power. And if you want to shoot again, well, you repeat the same thing. You cock it, push it back to the front, and shoot. So much fun, so accurate, and seriously powerful. But when I tried it with broadheads, everything changed. How many of you guys know where this is stolen from? This one fires the same bolts as the Steambow Stinger does, and therefore it also fits the vicious, mean broadheads made by Steambow. The magazine actually fits a total of 5 bolts. Just put 3 of them in here, and you see how nicely they fit. And now, of course, it's a really deadly weapon, because these things are so mean and so vicious. And bang! And bang! Oops. One more. And really accurate, seriously dangerous with the broadheads. I just love it. Well, the color is a little bit questionable, but you can print it in any color you want, of course.
Again? Okay, there we go. Man, my button is backwards for some reason. I need to reset this. There we go. I suck at sound. I need a sound guy. Anybody know a good sound guy? So I think you guys should be able to hear me now. Well, like I was saying though, I would make it to where we got rid of the band thing on that and we had a charging handle. Let me know if you guys can hear me now. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, there we go. I got it. We got it coming through. Um, and then I was also saying that I would put a spring maybe in there to automatically pull the slide forward. So kind of like when you're rocking a slide. So um, yeah, there was that. Let's see. I think I had. Oh yeah. So I wanted to talk about the hot ends. So just nozzles and new Bowden tube. Yep, cool. Did you do like the Capricorn Bowden? That's I definitely did that one. And then how's it happening? You said you got the Micro Swiss all metal, and the adapter on your Flash Forge. Man, I had nothing. So I had the Micro Swiss hot end. I had the direct drive kit, and I also had the hot end on there. And I had nothing but problems, man. I could not get that thing tuned or dialed in if my life depended on it. You know, I tried different filaments, I tried all sorts of different settings, and I just couldn't get it to work. So I ended up taking it back off and putting on the stock stuff. As far as like Micro Swiss went. Okay, cool. So yeah, I had nothing but problems with it. And so then I didn't want to do any more hot ends or anything. But then I saw that and I was like, okay, well, you know, at this time I had upgraded to the Prusa, and they rock the V6 hot end. This was just a drop-in replacement. I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna give this a shot. And it was one of the best decisions of my life. So definitely loved that. I think I guess another question kind of that I came across was this. This person was like, hey, does anyone know what's causing this? And it's only happening on one side of their print. And so you can see all the like the little wisps or like the spider webs on that thing. And you know, I don't know. I think it would probably come down to a couple things. Have you guys ever had this problem? And if you did, how did you solve it for you? For me, I think this kind of looks like could be a little bit of wet filament. If it's not wet filament, then I think the seam is on the back side. So the side we're looking at now, I think that's probably where their seam is on their slicer. And their Z-hop could be off a little bit, as also their retraction, which retraction and temperature go hand in hand together. So you're looking at kind of like a mixture of things here. So I definitely look at, you know, your temp, your retraction, and you know, is it wet? Because to me that looks like wet filament. Even on the inside there, you can see, you know, as it's going across the mag well. Some people said, hey, your fan is blowing too hard from the front going backwards, but that I don't think the fan would cause you, like, even on the inside of the magwell it's going a different way, so I don't think that a fan would necessarily cause that. Ooh, yeah, so you're considering the Micro Swiss. Yeah, some people love it, some people swear by it, and that's why I initially got it. After I got it, I did see some articles where it was like, you know, only a select few was like, hey, we can't get this thing working. And maybe I did too many upgrades at the same time, to where, you know, it was I just did too much without having to like take the steps to tune it each time to make sure whatever upgrade I was doing worked. Because I did the direct drive and the hot end at the same time, so those were two pretty big upgrades. I PID'd it like a million times, and that, you know, I couldn't get it there. E steps, all the whole nine, and yeah, I couldn't get it. Okay. So let's see. So what else do we got? Let's see. I had another. Okay, so we did the wet filament stuff. So I guess I had another question. And let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat, because I got maybe one more question in another video, and then I think we are going to be pretty good. But I guess another question that I had would be not the Wheel of Rights yet. But this guy was like, hey, how do I fix the play in this Z-axis? I'm assuming it's an ender. The right side is causing problems with leveling help, and he also posted a video. So I don't know if you guys have ever had this problem, but it's where it's like it's not tight enough, and it just keeps like drooping like that. That can be a pretty big issue for printing. And I would say first check the eccentric nuts. I think that's how it's pronounced. But I would check those nuts on the wheels, and I would tighten it up. But that's going to also now cause more wear and tear on your wheels. So I would make sure. One of like the second or third things beside nozzles that I got for this was, when I had my ender, was I made sure I bought extra wheels, because I replaced them quite often. I like to keep my thing pretty tight, But I would say that another good way to solve this would be to do the dual Z axis. Get the dual Z, the stepper motors and the dual Z's, so that way it doesn't have this droop problem, and then you're also not going to wear through your wheels as much either. So eccentric nut, that's what it is. Yeah, check your nuts. Check these. Yeah, I would definitely check those. But that's what I think this person should definitely do. So if you guys ever run into this, check your nuts. Dude, hey, I might turn that into a shirt. We might have a new shirt dropping pretty soon. Maybe a whole new line for fall and winter. It'll be, check your nuts or something like that. We'll have to come up with some pretty cool graphics, and maybe we'll get that going. I did have I was kind of bummed because today, so I normally how I plan out my shows is for the whole week. So starting tonight is when I start collecting new videos and new questions and just start really looking for things that I can talk about next week. And so I did that. And this past week I found some awesome stuff. I found a dude who 3D printed an AR lower, and his first shot was with 223. His second shot he thought was with 223, but it wasn't. It was actually with 300 blackout, and it blew up his it completely blew up like the whole lower. The lower's printed. I'm not sure if it was a Hoffman or not. Anyways, it blew up the whole lower. I think it messed up his bolt. It like seared his bolt. It did a bunch of crazy things. He's fine. He's totally good. Nothing happened to him. But so I went back anyways today. So I collect all these links, and then I go back today or the day before the show, and I'll start to copy pictures and everything that I do putting this together. And I was running super last minute today. I went back today to get it because I just saw it last night, and the post had been deleted by the original poster, so I could see all the comments about it, but I couldn't grab the pictures of the actual frame. So that was super bummed me out because I was gonna talk about that and show you guys that because I thought that was really cool. A lot of people don't post failures like that. A lot of people only post like good things, like, hey, look at how good this gun came out, or how's my first print, or how's my first build. But this guy actually posted a failure, and it was user error. It was shooting around through that frame that had no business being in that frame. Yeah. Oh yeah. It like when I saw that, I was like, oh, because I was even contemplating doing a show day. I was like, man, I don't have a whole lot. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, cool. Here's the nail in the coffin. Like now I got some good stuff to show. Something interesting that's different, that we haven't gone over or seen a lot. And like I said, I went back today and I was just like, man, of course, it was deleted by the original user. So, like I could even show you. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if if you guys believe me or not, because it was there. And I don't even think this is gonna refresh. Yeah, it won't even refresh that I could show you. Let's see if it will. Oh yeah, it did a thing. Yeah, and so just in case, I actually found it because I'm that fast. But essentially, it was right here. So this guy was like, he's like, I did a thing. I use this for multiple pistols, no issues, but for one. Or for a big, I don't even know what's going on. Big boy, I see it's garbage. And then boom, this guy deleted his post, and all of these people were like, dude, what's going on? What's going on? And then someone had even said, you're like, hey, did you use 300 blackout? Man, all of these things are popping up. Anyways, okay, enough of that. You guys see that I actually did do that. So that's all that matters, right? Yeah, that's always good. Always check yours, dude. Always check it. You have 2 sets of mags just to keep them separate. Yep. That's another good way to do it too. Yeah, you can never be too careful. Imagine that happening though. Like imagine, like let's say your friend loaded it, or I don't know how you guys store your ammo. I keep my stuff completely boxed, completely separate, in its own like ammo containers. I separate out all my stuff. But imagine like what if one got in there? Like that would scare the crap out of me. I don't know if I would ever be able to trust another printed frame again. Especially, I wish the pictures would have came through, because I'm telling you guys, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So Yeah, I think I like seeing almost more about people's failures because, like you said, great learning opportunity, and it helps me, you know, figure out, hey, should I print this? B, should I change anything? Um, like exactly. One of the most things is other people's experiences that you can learn from. So, um, yeah, hey, that's a good idea too to use special color mags and stuff. So you have it like specifically set and in a system, so to say. That's kind of the best way to do it. Um, you want me to look at the? Oh yeah, I told you I'd look at the IDEX. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna write that down, and I'll make sure that I do look at the IDEX. About it. It doesn't have a 300 hot end, but the IDEX seems pretty cool. Yeah, let me see if I can actually even just bring it up right now. The IDEX. Let's see if I can find it really quick. Here we go. Sovol 3D. Hey, 10% off right now.
Welcome to this Slingshot channel.
Let's take a look at that. Boom, here we go. I think that's what you are talking about. Man, all of these pop-ups. Cool, so for 509, what is the print area is going to be my question. Let's quickly look at this because this will kind of tell us a little bit about it. Okay, cool. It's got a metal drive, dual independent extruders. That's good. Auto leveling. Love auto leveling. That's always a huge seller. The 32-bit silent board too. That's great. Large build volume, touchscreen. That's fantastic. I always wish that when I had my Ender, I always wished it came with a touchscreen, but it didn't. It had that dial. Same with Prusa, and Prusa was back on the 8-bit. I want to say it was an 8-bit board. So yeah, the 32 is awesome. Filament runout sensors, those are fantastic too. I don't know how many times that has saved my life, and now once I've had a printer with one of those, I don't know that I'll ever go back to a printer that doesn't have a filament runout sensor. I don't know how many times I printed something and in the middle of the night ran out of filament, because I print my stuff just kind of over through the night. And the filament runout sensor paused the print, and then I came back and was able to pop it right back in. So Dual Z. Hey, Dual Z. We just talked about Dual Z today. That's perfect. Yeah, Dual Z is another fantastic thing as well. Cool. It doesn't take the mini micro or the micro SDs. It takes normal SD. Resume printing. That's awesome. And a belt tensioner. So, so it's got dual. Is that? Am I seeing this right? Dual extruders. Is that what it meant? Independent dual extruders. Wow. Okay. For some reason, I thought it meant like a dual geared extruder, but no, two separate extruders. Huh. Look at that. So you could potentially print two separate materials. You can have them loaded up. You could have like a soluble support material and then, whatever other material printing with. That's pretty badass. For $500, that looks like it's a steal. It's got pretty good review ratings, and look at that. Yeah, I'm going to keep this up just so I have it, and I'm going to try to find a couple videos on this and do a little bit more deeper of research, because that looks like a really good price for everything there that you're getting. What do you other guys in the chat think? Oh, cool. They got some videos here. I'll make sure to watch those. That does seem pretty sweet. Yeah, dual run out. I like it. What is the actual build volume though? Do you know off the top of your head what the build volume for it is? So it can print all of that. So PCPA. Okay. Prints duplicate prints at the same time. Huh. So you could print 2 frames. Will it work? I'm gonna have to look, I guess, to see if it'll work in tandem with each other though. Could you do like one print and, like I said, have support material and then not support material? Oh, here we go. 300 by 300 by 400. Hey, yeah, getting a pretty large build volume. So I like it. I like it. I think it would be a pretty good printer. I do want to, like I said, I'm gonna watch some other videos, read some other like in-depth reviews on this, but from just kind of looking at it just right off the bat, it looks great to me, especially for that price. I really like that price. And I'm also curious if Black Friday, because that'll be coming around pretty soon, if Black Friday they're going to have any sales. Because if you can find it even cheaper than this, I don't see why you shouldn't get it. Here we go. Yeah, 32. Oh, so were you talking about the SV? Oh, okay, cool. So you were talking about the 04. Cool. And I think that's what this one was. Yeah. Cool. So then what's the difference between the 04 and the 02? Anyways, I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole right now. Yeah, so I'll look at this, and maybe I'll put something together for next week on that. That'll definitely give me some stuff to look at. Speaking of research, though, I did do a little bit of research, and in my research, I did come across some footage from actually it's lost footage from the Revolutionary War, though. You guys want to? Man, so that was Gun Drummer. If you guys haven't seen him or heard of his channel, go watch his channel, Gun Drummer. It's a awesome channel, stuff just like that. It's hilarious. That came across my feed super late at night, and I was like, oh man, this is perfect. So I meant to show that actually last week, and I had skipped over it. So anyways, that does take some super skill. I mean, he was, double handing that, and yeah, that was great. And to be on beat too. I wonder how many takes that. He's a drummer, so maybe it didn't have to take him too long, but yeah, that's great. So Gun Drummer, yeah, I will definitely again look into that printer because, like you said, how's it happening? For everything that it says that it comes with, that is a really good deal. Super good price, especially because if you're looking at other printers that are out there that do so. For example, Prusa came out there, the XL is like 2,500 or $2,000 for a down payment for just their basic. I mean, it is a lot bigger, but essentially I think it does come with two tool changers, or maybe it's one tool changer that changes itself out, that you could have multiple different heads. That might be what it is, but nonetheless, still I think that kind of what companies are now doing in like the 3D sector to try to make theirs stand out or a little bit different. I think adding all of this technology stuff is pretty sweet, because it wasn't too long ago that it took us forever to print anything, and even then the quality wasn't that good. We didn't have all of these choices, filament runout sensors, all of these auto leveling, all of these other cool things. It would take someone having to get special things. So for auto leveling, a lot of people would have to go out and get a Raspberry Pi. One, you'd have to find a Raspberry Pi if you can, if they're in stock anywhere. If not, you're paying, $100, $200, $300 for one. Then you're going to now have to learn how to program it. So I assume if you're getting into 3D printing, you already know, how to use Git and all of that, Etcher, and then upload and format your Raspberry Pi how it should. And then you'd have to go in there and download all these other special apps and plugins and all these things. But now printers are just coming stock with it, so that's great, I think. So I think that is everything. All of my stuff. Yeah, cool. That's I think everything I had for tonight. Again, sorry it was a quick show. Sorry I was late. And then. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in again over Discord. That's probably the best place to chat it up 24/7. And then over at the not that one, but over at the forum too. I'll probably go by there and check that out tonight, see what's been happening over there. Haven't been over there in a couple days or so, so if I haven't replied to anything yet, that's why. And then next week, I think we'll do a giveaway of some sort. I know I got some trigger bars and some more trigger housings I think that we could do kind of a little giveaway for. So yeah, other than that, thanks again for hanging out, guys. Thanks for the late show, and I appreciate it. I will see you guys next week. Have a fantastic weekend.